Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with a powerful truth. No defeat is final unless you accept it. Every challenge, every failure, every stumble along the way is a chance to rebuild, to rise, and to transform defeat into victory. Life often tests us in ways we don't expect, presenting us with challenges that seem insurmountable at first glance. These moments of defeat can feel overwhelming, leaving us questioning our abilities and worth. But the truth is, how we respond to these moments defines the trajectory of our lives. Defeat, as difficult as it may seem, is not a dead end, it's a detour. An opportunity to reframe our experiences and grow into a stronger, wiser version of ourselves. It all begins with a shift in how we view failure and the lessons it offers. Changing your perspective about failure is one of the most powerful tools for overcoming defeat. Too often we see failure as the ultimate sign of inadequacy, a glaring reminder of what we couldn't achieve. We fear it, avoid it, and let it consume our confidence when it inevitably happens. But what if failure wasn't the enemy? What if it was instead a teacher? By altering our mindset, we can transform failure from something that paralyzes us into something that propels us forward. Consider this: no one achieves success without encountering failure along the way. The greatest innovators, artists, and leaders in history have all faced moments of rejection, setbacks, and despair. Thomas Edison, for example, famously described his thousands of failed attempts at inventing the light bulb as necessary steps on the path to success. He didn't view those failures as signs that he wasn't capable. Instead, he saw them as valuable feedback, guiding him toward a better solution. This perspective allowed him to keep going when others might have given up. He embraced failure not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone. When you change your perspective, you begin to see failure not as the end of the road, but as part of the journey. It becomes a necessary ingredient in the recipe for growth and success. Shifting your mindset in this way doesn't mean denying the pain or frustration that comes with setbacks. It's natural to feel disappointment when things don't go as planned. However, acknowledging those emotions while choosing to view failure as a temporary state rather than a permanent one is a powerful act of resilience. It allows you to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that each misstep is simply part of a larger process of learning and growth. This perspective shift requires practice. It's easy to fall into the trap of negative self-talk, blaming yourself for every misstep and letting doubt take over. But when you actively work to reframe these moments, they lose their power over you. Instead of saying, "I failed because I'm not good enough," you can say, "This didn't work out, but now I know what I can do differently next time." This simple change in how you speak to yourself can have a profound impact on your ability to bounce back from defeat. Another crucial part of overcoming failure is embracing the lessons it offers. Every setback contains a wealth of information if you're willing to look for it. Often the hardest part of failure isn't the failure itself, but our reluctance to confront it head on. We're tempted to bury it, ignore it, or move on without fully processing what happened. But when we do that, we miss out on valuable opportunities for growth. To embrace the lessons of failure, you must first be willing to reflect honestly on what went wrong and why. Reflection isn't always easy. It requires vulnerability and the courage to face uncomfortable truths about yourself, your decisions, or your circumstances. However, this process is essential for growth. When you take the time to analyze a failure, you can begin to identify patterns, pinpoint areas for improvement, and understand the external factors that may have influenced the outcome. This knowledge equips you to make better choices in the future and increases your likelihood of success. Think about a time when something didn't go as planned. Perhaps you didn't get the job you wanted, or a project you worked hard on didn't yield the results you hoped for. In the immediate aftermath, it's natural to feel discouraged or even angry. But if you take a step back and reflect, you might realize that there were specific reasons for the outcome. Maybe you didn't prepare enough, or perhaps there were external factors beyond your control. By identifying these factors, you gain clarity and can use that insight to approach future opportunities differently. Embracing the lessons of failure also requires a shift in how you perceive mistakes. Instead of seeing them as something to be ashamed of, view them as opportunities for growth. Mistakes are not a reflection of your worth. They are simply moments where reality didn't align with your expectations. Each mistake is a chance to learn something new about yourself, your goals, or the world around you. When you approach failure with curiosity instead of judgment, you open the door to growth and discovery. One of the most powerful lessons failure can teach is resilience. Each time you face a setback and choose to try again, you strengthen your ability to persevere. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. With every failure you overcome, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges and moving forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Learning from failure also involves recognizing the role of external factors. Sometimes things don't work out for reasons that have nothing to do with your effort or ability. Understanding this can help you approach failure with a sense of perspective. It's easy to internalize every setback and assume it's entirely your fault. But that's rarely the case. By acknowledging the influence of external factors, you can separate what's within your control from what isn't, allowing you to focus your energy on what you can change. Ultimately, changing your perspective and embracing the lessons of failure are not just about overcoming individual setbacks. They're about cultivating a mindset that empowers you to face any challenge with confidence and resilience. When you view failure as a natural part of the journey and take the time to learn from it, you transform it into a powerful tool for growth. This mindset doesn't just help you recover from defeat, it helps you thrive in the face of adversity, turning even the most difficult moments into opportunities for success. By shifting your perspective and embracing the lessons of failure, you equip yourself with the tools to rebuild, grow, and achieve even greater heights. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, every mistake a valuable teacher, and every challenge an opportunity to rise stronger than before. In this way, failure ceases to be a source of fear and becomes a source of strength, a reminder that no matter how many times you fall, you have the power to get back up and keep moving forward. Taking action is the bridge between defeat and success, the difference between being stuck in the past and moving toward a brighter future. After a setback, it's tempting to remain in a state of reflection or mourning for what could have been. But action is what ultimately propels you forward. It's not enough to simply recognize the lessons of failure or change your perspective. You must take the next step and apply what you've learned. This step, however small, is the beginning of transformation. It's the signal to yourself and the world that you refuse to remain defined by your defeat. Defeat is an experience that can feel overwhelming, heavy, and often final. It's a moment that challenges your self-esteem and your belief in the path you're on. But what if, instead of seeing defeat as the end of the road, you saw it as a platform? A platform is a foundation, a starting point from which new and better things can emerge. Defeat, when viewed through this lens, transforms from an obstacle into an opportunity, a place to stand tall and rebuild stronger than before. Defeat teaches you in ways that success never could. When everything goes according to plan, there's little incentive to reflect deeply or innovate. Success is satisfying, but it doesn't always push you to grow. Defeat, on the other hand, forces you to confront your shortcomings, evaluate your strategies, and reconsider your approach. It is in these moments of struggle that your true potential begins to reveal itself. The lessons learned in failure are often the most valuable tools for future success. Consider a structure being built. Before construction begins, the ground must be prepared. Sometimes that means tearing down an old foundation to make way for something new and more resilient. Defeat works the same way. It clears the space, forcing you to start anew, but giving you the chance to build something even stronger. What you create from this new foundation is determined by how you choose to use your defeat. Will you let it define you, or will you stand on it and grow? Many of the greatest achievers in history have used defeat as their platform. Thomas Edison famously said he didn't fail thousands of times while inventing the light bulb. He simply discovered thousands of ways it didn't work. Those failures weren't failures to him. They were stepping stones, each one teaching him something new and bringing him closer to success. Imagine if Edison had seen his early defeats as insurmountable. The world might never have seen one of its most transformative inventions. The idea that defeat can be a platform doesn't mean the experience of failure won't hurt. It's natural to feel disappointment, frustration, or even grief when things don't go as planned. But those feelings, as valid as they are, don't have to be permanent. What matters most is what comes next, how you process the experience and decide to move forward. Defeat isn't the end of the road unless you allow it to be. It's a pivot point, a chance to adjust your trajectory and aim higher. The platform of defeat also gives you a unique perspective. Standing on this platform, you can look back at where you've been and analyze what went wrong. Was it a lack of preparation? A misjudged risk? Or perhaps external factors beyond your control? Whatever the reason, the clarity that comes from reflection is invaluable. This understanding helps you approach future challenges with greater wisdom, preventing the same mistakes from occurring again. Moreover, defeat builds resilience. Each time you rise after falling, you become stronger and more capable of facing the challenges ahead. Resilience is like a muscle that grows through repeated use. The more you persevere, the more confident you become in your ability to overcome obstacles. This confidence, born from the experience of standing on the platform of defeat, becomes a crucial asset as you pursue your goals. It reminds you that no matter how many times you stumble, you have the power to get back up. Using defeat as a platform also allows you to redefine your goals and aspirations. Sometimes setbacks force you to question whether the path you were on was truly the right one. In these moments, defeat becomes an opportunity to pivot and pursue something more aligned with your values and passions. It's not uncommon for people to discover their true purpose in life only after experiencing a major setback. The clarity that comes from reevaluating your direction can lead to achievements far greater than what you originally envisioned. In addition to personal growth, defeat fosters empathy and connection with others. When you experience challenges and overcome them, you develop a deeper understanding of the struggles others face. This empathy strengthens your relationships, making you a source of support and inspiration for those around you. Sharing your story of defeat and how you turned it into a platform can motivate others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of resilience and growth. Another important aspect of using defeat as a platform is embracing the process of rebuilding. This process requires patience and perseverance, but it also offers the chance to lay a stronger, more intentional foundation for the future. Each step you take in rebuilding, whether it's acquiring new skills, seeking guidance, or refining your approach, reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Rebuilding after defeat isn't just about recovering what was lost, it's about creating something even better. Finally, defeat reminds you of your humanity. It humbles you, reminding you that no one is immune to challenges or setbacks. This humility can be a powerful motivator, grounding you and helping you approach life with gratitude and determination. It teaches you to appreciate the journey with all its ups and downs rather than being solely focused on the destination. Ultimately, defeat is not something to fear or avoid. It's a natural and inevitable part of life's journey. What sets successful people apart is not the absence of defeat, but their ability to use it as a platform for growth and transformation. By embracing defeat as an opportunity, you take control of your narrative and prove to yourself and the world that no setback can define you. Instead, you define yourself by how you rise, rebuild, and thrive. Action doesn't need to be monumental to be meaningful. Often, the most profound changes start with the smallest steps. After facing a failure, you might not immediately know the best course of action, but you don't need to have everything figured out to begin. Take that first small step. It might be as simple as writing down your goals, reaching out to someone for advice, or committing to a daily habit that aligns with your aspirations. Each action, no matter how small, creates momentum. Over time, these small steps accumulate into significant progress, moving you closer to your desired outcome. The key to taking action after a setback is to focus on what you can control. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the enormity of a challenge or the mistakes of the past, but dwelling on what cannot be changed only holds you back. Instead, channel your energy into actions that are within your power to influence. This shift in focus not only makes the task ahead seem more manageable, but also restores a sense of agency and control over your circumstances. By taking deliberate steps, you reclaim your ability to shape your future. Another crucial aspect of taking action is persistence. The path to success is rarely a straight line, and setbacks are almost inevitable. What matters is your willingness to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow or the goal seems distant. Action is not about perfection, it's about perseverance. Each time you choose to act, even in the face of uncertainty or fear, you build resilience. This resilience becomes the foundation upon which you rebuild your confidence and achieve your goals. Taking action also demonstrates to yourself that you are capable. The simple act of doing something, no matter how small, can shift your mindset from one of helplessness to one of empowerment. It reminds you that you are not powerless in the face of challenges. By actively engaging with your circumstances, you transform from a passive observer of your life into an active participant. This shift is critical for overcoming the paralysis that often accompanies failure and disappointment. However, action alone is not enough. To truly rebuild and move forward, you must believe in your own power. Self-belief is the foundation upon which all action is built. Without it, even the most determined efforts can falter. Believing in yourself means trusting in your abilities, recognizing your worth, and understanding that you are capable of overcoming whatever challenges come your way. It is the inner strength that fuels your external actions and keeps you moving forward when the path is difficult. Self-belief is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about cultivating a deep, unwavering faith in your capacity to grow, learn, and succeed. This belief often begins with small affirmations and reminders of your past achievements. Take a moment to reflect on the challenges you've overcome in the past. Every one of those victories, no matter how small, is proof of your strength and resilience. Use those moments as evidence that you are capable of overcoming this challenge too. Building self-belief takes time, especially after a significant setback. Failure has a way of eroding our confidence, making us question our abilities and worth. But it's important to remember that failure is not a reflection of your value as a person. It's simply an outcome that didn't go as planned. Separating your identity from your failures is crucial. You are not your mistakes. You are the person who has the power to learn from them and rise above them. One way to nurture self-belief is by setting achievable goals and celebrating your progress along the way. Each time you accomplish something, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you are capable. These small wins create a positive feedback loop, building momentum and boosting your confidence. Over time, these moments of success help you develop a stronger sense of self-worth and belief in your abilities. Surrounding yourself with supportive, encouraging people is another powerful way to strengthen your belief in yourself. The voices around you can greatly influence the voice within you. Choose to spend time with individuals who uplift you, who remind you of your potential, and who inspire you to keep going. Their belief in you can serve as a powerful reminder of your own abilities, especially during moments of doubt. Ultimately, believing in your power is about reclaiming your narrative. It's about refusing to let failure define you and instead choosing to define yourself by your strength, resilience, and determination. It's about recognizing that you have the ability to shape your own story, no matter how many times you face setbacks or challenges. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the courage to take action, the persistence to keep going, and the resilience to overcome whatever comes your way. Together, taking action and believing in your power form a dynamic combination that can transform defeat into victory. When you act with purpose and confidence, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving great things. Each step forward reinforces your self-belief, and each moment of belief propels you to take further action. It is this cycle of action and belief that allows you to rebuild, grow, and ultimately succeed, no matter how many times life knocks you down. The environment we create around ourselves plays a crucial role in shaping our mindset, emotions, and actions. After experiencing defeat or setbacks, one of the most powerful ways to rebuild and move forward is to surround yourself with positivity. Positivity is not just about maintaining an optimistic outlook, but also about actively cultivating an environment that uplifts, motivates, and inspires you to become the best version of yourself. It is about consciously choosing the people, thoughts, and experiences that contribute to your growth and happiness while distancing yourself from negativity that holds you back. When you surround yourself with positive influences, you create a supportive atmosphere that encourages resilience and fosters a sense of possibility. The people we interact with regularly have a profound impact on our mood and mindset. Spending time with individuals who believe in your potential, celebrate your successes, and offer constructive guidance during tough times can make a world of difference. These are the people who remind you of your strengths when you doubt yourself and who challenge you to keep going when you feel like giving up. Positive relationships act as a mirror, reflecting the best parts of you back to yourself. They reinforce your self-worth and remind you of your ability to overcome challenges. Conversely, negative relationships can drain your energy, amplify your doubts, and make it harder to bounce back from setbacks. It's essential to evaluate the relationships in your life and prioritize those that add value to your journey. This doesn't mean cutting people off abruptly, but rather being intentional about who you allow to influence your mindset and emotions. In addition to surrounding yourself with supportive people, filling your life with positive experiences and activities is equally important. Engage in pursuits that bring you joy, inspire creativity, and boost your confidence. Whether it's spending time in nature, exploring a hobby, or practicing mindfulness, these activities create a sense of fulfillment and help counterbalance the stress and challenges of daily life. They also provide a much needed reminder that life is not solely defined by its difficulties, but also by its beauty and potential. Another powerful way to cultivate positivity is by being mindful of the information you consume. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with news, opinions, and social media updates that can shape our outlook on life. While staying informed is important, it's equally critical to be selective about the content you engage with. Surround yourself with uplifting stories, inspirational quotes, and content that motivates you to keep going. Replace negativity in your feed with sources of encouragement and learning that align with your goals and values. Creating a positive environment also means being kind and patient with yourself. After a setback, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism, blaming yourself for what went wrong or feeling unworthy of success. However, self-compassion is a cornerstone of positivity. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Acknowledge your efforts, celebrate your progress, and remind yourself that failure is a natural part of growth. By cultivating a positive internal dialogue, you create a foundation of resilience and self-belief. Sometimes positivity can also come from giving to others. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, have a ripple effect that not only brightens someone else's day, but also boosts your own sense of purpose and connection. Helping others reminds you of your own strength and capacity to make a difference, even when you're facing challenges of your own. Volunteering, offering support to a friend, or simply sharing a kind word can shift your perspective and fill your environment with a sense of community and shared humanity. It's important to acknowledge that cultivating positivity doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing difficult emotions. Positivity is not about pretending everything is perfect, but about choosing to focus on what uplifts and empowers you, even in the face of adversity. It's about finding a balance between acknowledging challenges and seeking solutions, between processing pain and fostering hope. This balanced approach ensures that positivity becomes a sustainable force in your life rather than a fleeting feeling. Lastly, gratitude is a powerful tool for fostering positivity. Taking the time to reflect on the things you are thankful for can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Gratitude doesn't diminish the significance of your challenges, but instead helps you appreciate the moments of joy, the lessons learned, and the opportunities for growth. By regularly practicing gratitude, you train your mind to notice the good amidst the difficulties, creating a more balanced and positive perspective. Surrounding yourself with positivity is not just about the external environment, but also about the mindset you cultivate within yourself. It requires intentionality and effort, especially during challenging times, but the rewards are immense. A positive environment fuels your resilience, boosts your confidence, and empowers you to take on life's challenges with determination and hope. By choosing positivity in your relationships, activities, and thoughts, you set the stage for growth, healing, and success, no matter what obstacles you face.